I'm John Wright. I'm the president of Wright Painting. My wife Kathy corralled me into doing something for her, and she had a subject that I talk about a lot, and I'm going to talk about it for a second and maybe enlighten people on how the trades are. When I first started in the trades, this goes back to the late 70s, and I was working on construction projects, and I was a laborer. I was a really young guy, and back then you had craftsmen at their trades. So when they were building a house, they'd have certain guys that did certain things. For example, you had framers that would frame the house, and you'd have finish carpenters, and they were their best carpenters, and they did all the finish work on all the trim. Same thing with painters. They'd have guys that just did trim, and then they'd have guys that would just come out and do walls. They'd have guys that would just do repairs. The way things are now, you go forward all these years, and now you've got guys they're doing everything, and they have little or no experience. And I go into a lot of homes, or I'll go do work in townhome associations, and we see some horrible construction work. We see horrible drywall work. You name the trade, there's a lot of bad stuff that's been going on over the years. There's been an influx of people, and it just seems that nowadays you put a pair of paint pants on a guy and a brush, and he's a craftsman painter, able to do all the different things that are involved in doing painting. Now, I read in Scientific American once that it takes 10 years to become expert at any one thing. So if you take at my trade, there's a lot of things involved in a trade. And as an example, just setting up ladders outside, it's a skilled trade in and of itself. If you don't believe me, check out the stats of people that are seriously injured, killed in the trades every year, and I think, I read 90% are from ladder falls, because these guys don't even know how to set up a ladder properly. And it didn't used to be that way. There's still a lot of good companies out there now. There's still a lot of craftsmen guys who are teaching their people slowly how to do work, all different types, different aspects of doing things. You see a lot of guys will have their cheapest guys doing preparation work, when in reality you want your prep work to be done properly. You need guys that know what they're doing. So if they've been taught by someone who's been doing it, that can teach them how to do it and show them, and it takes years to do this stuff, they can end up doing this stuff on their own. Otherwise, they need to be supervised. If you're not watching what's going on, you'll see problems down the road, and you have to approach that employee. And I've had this experience on my own, and I told the employee, and I purposely didn't correct him on stuff. I let it go, so the next year would come and he'd see some things that happened that I knew would happen, and then it would sink into his brain exactly what he needed to do, and it never happened again. He ended up being a great preparation person. Nowadays, anything goes. You have guys just slapping paint up and going. We go to houses and literally, or townhome association jobs, and we're laughing at some of the stuff we're seeing. It's so bad. And I don't know if people are just buying into some big box thing, and they think, oh, look at this, it's so great, and it isn't. Or if it's just the prices, which are very cheap now. Our pricing is rolled back to the 90s. And last time I checked, this ain't the 90s. So I guess to wrap things up, I would just like to say that for when you have people come into your home to work, your house is an investment. And in the end run, if you pay more money to have something done correctly, it's well worth it. Be careful about the people that you have coming to work for you. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.